Hello, ladies. This is Miss Elisa coming to you with my last hair video about my Indian hair that I got from IndianHairStore.com. Now, if you just ordered the hair or just got it in the mail and you're so excited about the hair, you may not want to hear the rest of what I have to say in this video. You may need to, but you may not want to hear what I gotta say. But for the rest of you that do, my experience was horrible. When I say horrible, I mean horrible. Everything that could have possibly went wrong with that hair went wrong with that hair. And it's crazy because I saw Miss Diva like videos and how it looked so good on her and it really worked for her. And it did not work for me at all. So at first it started off great. The first 2 weeks were excellent, on point. Shedding was very minimal. I was getting a couple strands here or there, but nothing that I couldn't overcome. Tangling was not an issue. Um, the color was beautiful. The texture was beautiful. It blended beautifully, and it looked so natural. Once I shampooed it, that was it. That was it. I only had it in for 5 weeks. And the only weeks that were good were the first two, meaning the last 3 weeks were horrible. Horrible. First 2 weeks, week one was straight, week two was straight, last 3 weeks was horrible. It dried out like something I never seen before. It acted like some 1999 hair that was buy one get one free. That's how it acted. And it tripped me out because it was acting like it was dry, but once I would comb it and everything was laying like it should, and I would run my fingers through it, it would feel moist. It would feel like it did in the very beginning. But 5 minutes later, when I would look to my left and look to my right one too many times, a mess. It'd just be napped up all along the back. And don't let me have to put on my coat since it was cold outside. I would take my coat off and my hair would be like this. Just like, can you see that? Just like this. Even when I take my coat off, my hair still be sitting up like this. And I was like, what? What's going on? Like, what's the problem? I thought we was cool. The first 2 weeks, you loved me, I love you. Now you just neglecting me. Just treat us bad. Yeah. And it's funny because you can go to my first video, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I asked for this hair for my birthday, and I can't wait, and it blends so well, and it looks so good. And then you go to the video I did about me shampooing it, and it's like I tried shampooing it with this and that, and I used my leave-in conditioner, I used a deep conditioner, I used the other result conditioner, I used a bronzer. It's like what happened from, oh, it blends so well, I'm so excited, to I use this, and this, and I still don't know what to do. Like, yeah. And I think after the last video I did, it went downhill, like shot downhill, like everything intensified. The tangling got worse, the shedding got worse. It became too much. And when I say too much, I really do mean it made me paranoid because I I was the type of person I am the type of person who keeps my fingers in my head. I do. I just run my fingers through my hair. Force a habit, whatever you want to call it. That's just what I do. And it got to a point that I had to because I was paranoid that if I kept my hands to my side for 10 or 15 minutes and look to the left and look to the right, not shift my head, but just look to the left and look to the right one too many times, I was like, oh my gosh, is my hair in the back a mess? Or I feel like it's tangling up. Oh my gosh, I bet my hair is all puffy. I bet it's snapped up. And I'm just saying to myself in my head, somebody can be talking to me. And I'd be smiling, not, uh-huh. In the back of my head, I'm like, oh my God, please don't let my hair be napped up. And sometimes I just run my hand through my head, and I just feel it, just like a poodle or something back here. And I would just be like, oh, what what do I do? the shedding was horrible. And the shedding was horrible because the tangling was horrible. And because the tangling was so horrible, it made combing harder. And the more I had to comb, the more I was pulling the hair and the more it was shed. So the shedding just got worse and worse and worse. And it got to a point where before I even put my hand in my head, I would look down, bend down to get something, and see hair laying on it. And I'd be like, I just came over here. And I haven't even been in my head yet, and you're telling me there's already hair on the floor? What? Like, what is this? You all, just to give you a good understanding, Missouri human hair, good quality hair. I would have preferred that over the Virgin Indian Remy from IndianHairStore.com. Zuri, I've never had any issues with that. The only issues I had with Zuri was shedding. And it wasn't overwhelming type shedding. It was just shedding that you could tolerate, but after a while it get a little annoying, so you switch out and get some new hair. That's all. I could tolerate that shedding, though. And for me to say, not only would I have, not not only am I putting Zuri and this Indian Virgin Remy hair on the same level, I'm saying Zuri is better. That just goes to show you how mediocre that the hair was. Everything that could have possibly went wrong. I tried to use this on it. It's Dove Daily Moisture Therapy. This was a really, really good detangler, and it really left it feeling really soft. And I've used it on this once, and had the hair feeling really soft. But with the Indian hair, with this, it felt soft, period. With the Indian hair, it felt soft. But once it dried, tangled and napped right back up. The only thing that kept me sane was the BioSilk. I was already using BioSilk Silk Therapy, but then I used the BioSilk shampoo and conditioner, and that made the hair softer and made it a little more moist. And it went from being overwhelmingly horrible to just horrible. You know, it didn't make it better. It didn't make the problem go away, but it was a step in the right direction. Will I suggest this hair to anyone? Absolutely not. Will I purchase this hair again? Absolutely not. No, no. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would I rank it? I would give it a 5.3. 5.3. And the only reason why it's getting that high is because of the first 2 weeks, even though I only had it in for 5. When I thought, oh, I'm getting Virgin Indian Remy hair, I'm thinking the best, if not the best. It's in the top 3. It's it's in the top 5. I'll tell you that. It's Virgin Indian Remy. 3 words that you love to see together, and it did not. To me, it didn't deserve that title of Virgin Indian Remy. It just didn't, and I was very disappointed. And I would not suggest anyone to get it. Thumbs down, absolutely. In my opinion, this is all my opinion from my experience. If you want to go ahead and see, maybe she got a bad batch, you can go ahead and try it. I would not suggest so. If you do try it, go ahead and start getting your BioSilk ready. But never again, not this one. I'm good. I'm good with what I got now. And if you want to know what I have now, you'll have to tune into my video that I'm going to make right now. Because I'm out of time on this one. But thank you for your time. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, any comments, anything like that, feel free to post them, and I will be sure to answer any and all of your questions to the best of my ability. And see you later. Bye.